What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. And if you haven't done this yet, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you don't get to miss out on any videos. But today's video is pretty different. It is very girly. I mean, guys can watch it if you want to give your sister advice or your girlfriend or whatever. But it's a girly video, and I'm gonna be talking about female hygiene. So I'm gonna be talking about how to take care of yourself as a girl, how to take care of different body parts, how to make sure you're always smelling good, always clean, all of that good stuff. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. I've actually written down some notes because I just always like to be organized, or I try to be organized, and also because I didn't want to forget any points. So as women, we all have our natural smell, or let me not say women, men and women, we all have our natural smell. But if you feel like your natural smell smells bad, that's not a natural smell. Something's going on down there that you need to fix. Down there in your skin somewhere, something's going on down there, because a natural smell is something that we all have, but it doesn't have to smell bad. It's just the way that you smell. It doesn't have to smell bad, and everybody's different. But if you feel like you smell bad, that's not a natural smell. And this is what I'm gonna help you guys with today. I'm gonna start with ingrown hairs. You know, whether you wax, you shave, tweeze, whatever it is, skin most likely is prone to ingrown hairs. I noticed that every time I wore like very tight clothing, very tight underwear, very tight skinny jeans, very tight leggings or whatever, it's like your hair wants to grow, but then it's got nowhere to go, so it just goes out and then comes right back in. That's how you get ingrown hairs. And you know, sometimes it can cause redness around the area or darker spots around the area, and to avoid that, I suggest before and after you wax or shave, whatever it is, make sure to exfoliate. You can use a scrub, and just avoid wearing super tight clothes, because that is not good for you. Oh, by the way, I wrote my notes down so I don't forget anything, because all this stuff in here is important. You have to keep downstairs dry. So that means, let's say you had a long day at work, long day at school, and you're sweating, you know, whenever you get home, make sure you take that underwear off and, you know, let it air dry out. Don't keep it too moist for too long. If you have underwear, you just did your laundry, make sure your underwear is super dry. You do not want anything down there being moist for a long time, because then you can be prone to getting infections. You know, it could throw off your pH balance, and you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Keep your pH balance right, because you would be prone to getting yeast infections, UTIs, all that extra shit. You don't want that. You don't. What type of underwear you wear? So I would stay away from satin. What else is there? Lace is good, but if you've got like that cotton in between, that's the best underwear to wear, is cotton underwear, because lace, satin, silky, they look cute, don't get me wrong, they're pretty, but it's not something that I recommend you guys wearing every day, because it's not letting your girl down there breathe. It's just, there's no air. So the best underwear to get is this type. I just got something from that type. It's cotton right there, and even if it's lace right there, make sure it's got this cotton part down there. This is the best underwear I'd suggest you wear, because it, you know, lets everything air dry. If you live alone, you're in your room by yourself, make sure to try and sleep with no underwear. If you're very uncomfortable, some people I know are very uncomfortable, you can wear loose pajamas, you know, loose pajama shorts or whatever, but just make sure you can open your legs and everything can breathe and you're comfortable and nothing's too tight. Just make sure you can let it out as much as you can, even during the day. You know, if you're home doing nothing, just put on a loose dress or a loose t-shirt and just dry out, you know, let it breathe. Some people do this. I personally don't, but you can take a probiotic. Some foods have probiotics, but then you can also take a probiotic supplement, you know, just like a pill. You can take it once a day or whatever. I don't know what it is, but yeah, some people do that to avoid yeast infections, UTIs, throwing off your pH balance, which eventually leads to you getting some either funky smell or some discharge that you're not supposed to be getting, and you definitely want to avoid that. So, you know, either take some foods with a probiotic or, you know, a probiotic supplement. You can also get feminine wipes. I always carry like baby wipes around me just to, because sometimes I feel like tissue just doesn't do the job. You know what I'm saying? Would you let me say you know, dookie touched your hand. Are you just gonna wipe it with tissue and then keep going about your day? No, you're probably gonna want to wash that, right? So you can get some cleansing wipes. Baby wipes, those do a good job too. If I'm wiping down there, I would avoid anything that has perfume on it, that is scented, that is, you know, just, that's a delicate area. I try not to put anything in there or, you know, around there. You can wash obviously, but anything in there, make sure you stay away from. So yeah, I definitely have a pack of wipes somewhere around. You know, whenever you pee or go number 2, just make sure after you use your tissue, of course. I always go, either if I'm not in my own home, I'll probably wash my behind, but if I'm in public or whatever, just wipe it extra. Make sure, you know, I like to see white, like wipe and see white. That's how you know you're clean. One other thing is, have you ever heard that saying that says you are what you eat? Me too. I feel, and I've personally done this experience myself, I feel like when you're always constantly eating fast foods and all this food that's unhealthy, which, I mean, I love to eat, don't get me wrong, but I've noticed that, you know, your pee's gonna smell, your dookie's gonna, like, if everything is just, I don't know, it's just, it comes out. I feel like it comes out, your pee will smell. But if you're constantly drinking water, eating, you know, these sweet, fresh fruits, pineapples, whatever, oranges, I feel like your pee smells less. You know what I'm saying? Everything down there is just odorless, if I may call it that. Because let's be honest, if you compare eating bad food and if you're eating healthy foods, drinking water, eating those fruits and all that stuff, you can feel it. You can feel more healthy, more energized, if I may call it, and everything it's just good for you. You know, you smell good. You don't smell at all. So with that being said, for females, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but eating pineapples is definitely good for you. I wouldn't say that it makes you taste sweeter per se, but it does take the odor out. If you do have some funny odors, just, you know, drink some pineapple juice, eat some pineapple cubes or whatever, slices, just whatever you can. Just eat some sweet, good fruits and it'll come out of your pee. You notice your pee's not gonna smell as much. Even when you pee and you're drinking a lot of water, it's not gonna be as yellow. It's gonna be clear, gonna be almost odorless, in my opinion, from how my pee comes out. But yeah, so definitely stock up on those good healthy fruits. I said drink lots of water. Don't forget, drink as many, you know, if you can, minimum should be 3 bottles a day. if you can, 3 bottles a day. One other thing I like to do is, you know, when you're walking around during the day, you are touching all this stuff, your hands are dirty, you know, bacteria, dust, whatever. When I go into the bathroom, I like to wash my hands with soap, you know, sanitizer or whatever, wash my hands with soap before I actually use the bathroom. You know, so I wash my hands with soap or whatever, sanitizer, and then wash my hands with soap. And then once I'm done, as I'm wiping, I know my hands are clean. So I'm not putting any type of bacteria or dirt or dust anywhere near my thingy. And then I'm not saying because you washed your hands before, you don't have to wash your hands after. You still have to wash your hands after. But I just like to wash my hands before I use the bathroom as well. So whenever I'm done and I'm getting to clean and wipe and all that, my hands are sparkling clean. One other thing is birth control. It makes you, I'm not saying all of it, and I'm not saying for every woman or whatever, but birth control makes you dry. And I've heard there's like things like female moisturizer, and you can literally just poof it in there and it just moisturizes everything. This is for some women. I'm not on birth control, but this is for some women. I guess they feel a little dry down there when they're taking birth control. So you might want to either get like a, you know, feminine moisturizer for you to use down there. I don't personally recommend putting anything that is not organic anywhere near, you know, too many chemicals down there you want to stay away from. But if you are taking birth control, it's gonna make you dry, which means again you're prone to infection. You're probably not gonna enjoy sex. So just, you know, you can use the whatever, or you can change your birth control, or you can use the female feminine moisturizer down there. One other thing for me, which goes back to the point I tried to make earlier, is I would very much cut down on having red meat, because like I said, whatever you get in just takes it right out. Red meat is just, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't, if you have it 2-3 times a week or whatever, try to cut that down. That is not, you're gonna, something order down there is gonna it's gonna throw your pH balance off. Red meat is not, I do not recommend having that often. If you do, please try to cut it out. You know, it's definitely gonna reduce on any type of order that you may have when it comes to your cooch down there. One other thing that I've noticed is I feel like coffee makes your pee smell. So if you don't take coffee, you know, there are people that are so religious taking coffee, but that makes your pee smell. So if you can substitute it for something else, maybe an energy drink, something to, if you're using it to keep yourself you know, active and awake and energetic or whatever, you can substitute it for something else, because coffee definitely makes your pee down there smell. And if something coming out of you smells, I would only think that around wherever it's coming from is gonna be stinky too. So just stay away from coffee if you can. Substitute it for another drink. Also, one other thing, ladies, please shave your legs, shave your armpits. Like, no guy wants to be touching on a hairy girl, you know what I'm saying? And not that I'm saying that you should do it for a guy, but just for yourself. You know, we're ladies, it's not attractive to just have so much hair in your armpits and whatever. And I'm all for, you know, women empowerment, and you know, you can do whatever you want, but these are just my personal tips, and I wouldn't recommend you having so much hair under your armpit, because I feel like it holds, so I don't know, it's just not attractive. And you know, the sweat, all that, it's just musty. I don't know, I'm not for hair. So shave your legs. You can use a shaving stick or shaving cream, or you can wax. For me, I've got very sensitive skin, so I stay away from shaving sticks. I like to wax everything. I like to be as hairless as possible, you know, because yeah, I'm not really trying to keep hair on me. I used to when I was younger. Obviously, we were all young at some point. We didn't know how to take care of ourselves, but just if you can, just get yourself hairless as much as possible. Also, use body scrub. You know, it takes out the dead cells, you know, that gives you fresh fresh clean skin, takes off all the dead skin. And I use body scrub for my underarms. I use it for my upper part of my coochie, my legs if I do shave. I use it sometimes for my nose and my forehead when I'm doing my facial, you know, my facial routine. But yeah, body scrub is good. Also, if you sweat between your legs, if you know, you've got some good thunder thighs, and whenever you go out at 12 p.m. you're sweating down there, always make sure to carry wipes. Remember that I told you, always make sure to carry wipes, and just wipe as often as you can. Just always be conscious about, you know, if I can smell it, somebody else can smell it too, you know, because you're not that close to yourself. But if you can smell it, somebody else around you is gonna smell it. So just always make sure you wipe down, you know what I'm saying? If you've got a discharge problem, make sure to wear a panty liner, you know, because that could get very messy and disgusting down there. So always make sure to wear a panty liner. And if it's something that is, you know, like, because don't get me wrong, discharge is normal, but it's usually, I think, like clear to whitish, a little bit clearish whitish. If your discharge is looking green, yellow, blue, purple, red, whatever, you need to pause this video right now and go to the doctor. Because I feel like it's normal for you to have some type of something, you know what I'm saying? But it should not smell, it should not be excessive, and it should not have a weird color other than like a transparent whitish color. I feel like I only happen to get this usually when I'm about to start my period, but everybody's different, every girl is different. Some get it after, some get it in between the month, I don't know. But if it smells or looks a certain color, definitely go get checked out with a doctor. Do not self-medicate if you're not sure what you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing and go to the doctor. Let him give you a prescription. Let him tell you what is wrong with you. Let him tell you what you have to do to make yourself better. Also, this is not a must, you know, but when I take my shower, I like to, obviously, I'll put deodorant. My lotion is scented so that, you know, I don't always need to have perfume, but if I've got my deodorant on and my lotion is scented, one less thing I have to worry about. But you can do this. There's scented lotion in Victoria's Secrets, you know, cheap price, not expensive. You can always do that. But yeah, do not insert anything inside your coochie. So that means that, you know, if you want to wash yourself, if you want to, you're showering and you want to clean yourself down there, don't put any soap, don't put any cleaning, none of that. I know for a fact that your vagina is a self-cleaning, you know what I'm saying, body part. Like, it cleans itself. Everything that goes in there comes down. You know what I'm saying? Everything that goes up there, it comes down on its own. You know what I'm saying? At the most, what you can do, I don't know if you guys have heard of douching. I don't recommend douching because whatever they put in there, that's not good for you. It's gonna throw off your pH balance, which is gonna make you smell. But you can literally take out whatever comes in there, put water, and douche with just water. So it can go up and then just bring everything back down. But yeah, I don't recommend putting, you know, soap in there to whatever. Just water is fine. Water is fine. At the most, everything else is just gonna come down by itself. Some girls feel like, oh, after my period, oh, there's blood still left in there that I have to clean out. But you can just, if you want, use the douche and just add water and use that. I personally don't. I like to just wait it out. I shower my usual, you know, I'll go in there with water if I can or whatever, but I don't do much. I don't do add any products in there at all. I don't recommend that at all. My next point would be, you can use coconut oil. I love coconut oil because it smells good. It's, you know, you look like you've got this expensive natural oil on you. But yeah, if, like I said, if you're sweaty down in your legs, you can always apply coconut oil. You know, apply it on your chest, apply it on your skin, whatever. If, you know, you're gonna go do the deed or be intimate, you can always apply it, you know, in that area down there in case you're gonna get kissed. It doesn't taste disgusting. It doesn't smell disgusting. It smells good. And of course, you're not, ladies, do not, this is one other thing that you can use coconut oil for, is you cannot be ashy. You cannot be ashy. Your man is gonna notice this. Guys notice this. Your knuckles, your elbows, your knees, your toes. Do not be ashy. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I would notice. So imagine a man. Like, they're gonna notice. So always make sure you're just moisturized. And some lotion doesn't keep you from being ashy. So back to it. Coconut oil for me is my go-to. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit goes a long way. Takes that ashy out of, you know, your elbows, your knuckles, your knees, your toes, whatever it is. Just keep yourself moisturized and looking glowy. You know, you want to. Some people like to use roll-on deodorant. I like to use the spray deodorant because sometimes when you do that, it like leaves, you know, your armpits are not all the way flat, so it leaves like little lines and like you can kind of see it. I don't like to do that. Spray isn't like that, so I like to use spray deodorant. But you know, I do have roll-on, and my favorite roll-on is Crack and Guard. It's a guy's roll-on, but it smells so good. It just smells so good. I don't go around smelling like a guy because it's not that strong, but it's 48 hours. I'm telling you, that thing, I do not sweat. Like, once I put it in the morning, I come back home and I did not sweat, you know. So you having deodorant on, you having perfume on, you having scented lotion on, there's no way for you to smell if you do these things. But one little step, like leaving out deodorant during the day, especially if you didn't shower, you always have to shower, you're gonna smell. You will smell. You know what I'm saying? These are just things that we just cannot get out of. You have to shower. You have to use deodorant. You don't have to use scented lotion, but it doesn't hurt to smell, you know, extra good, you know? Also, ladies and gents, this is for the ladies and the gentlemen too, your ears down here, inside, behind your neck, sometimes can get, especially if it's hot, it can get a little musty. Sometimes it can stink. You know, you can get alcohol. Yeah, you can get whatever 79, 89, 99% alcohol, whatever. Just get that. Get a cotton swab or cotton wool ball, whatever, and just clean it out. Or if you've got piercings too, if you've got piercings, just, you can go around the piercings, because those things, nobody touches it, so it's in the same spot forever. Make sure you turn especially the one on your nose. If you've got your belly button too, if you've got piercing in your belly, make sure once in a while you clean it up with some alcohol. You know, your ears, the back of your ears, you don't have to go into the ear with the cotton wool, but just around it. It just gives it a fresh type of smell. Because if you don't wash there, you know, it eventually gets to build up and you're so oily and disgusting down there. Just make sure to clean it. And I'm not calling you guys disgusting. It's a general term. I would tell myself that if I smell disgusting. But yeah, that is it for alcohol. Hair perfume. Us girls that love to get our lace wigs on, our hair extensions, our hair weaves, our wigs, whatever it is, you know, you straighten it, you curl it, you tone it, whatever, and your hair smells like fire. You smell like you're burning. So you can get a hair perfume or a hair or just a scented body spray or whatever, and just literally smell down there. You know, if your man's giving you a hug, whatever, you don't want, he doesn't want to be smelling you smelling like fire or like plastic is burning or something, you know. So always make sure your hair smells good, because believe it or not, that toning and whatever, the heat to the hair will make it smell like it's burning. So you can use hairspray too to avoid that. Also, one other thing is your mouth. Always brush your teeth. Brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, brush your teeth, ladies, brush your teeth. It is so disgusting. Like, when you don't brush your teeth, it gets a buildup of, I don't know if that should be food, but food slowly builds up, and you get this little thick film around your teeth. You want to brush your teeth as often as you can, 2 times a day least. But again, that is not enough, because food tends to go in so many places in your mouth where your toothbrush can't reach. So always make sure to floss. Brush your teeth, floss, take the food out from in between your teeth. A toothpick doesn't pick on everything, so make sure to floss. Once you floss, then you get some mouthwash, whatever, gargle your mouthwash, spit it out. Always keep your lips moisturized. You do not want to be out here looking hungry. You always want to look, you know, hydrated. You don't want to have your lips dry. So Vaseline, chapstick, coconut oil. I use that for my lips too. Let me tell you, coconut oil, you can use that for everything. Like, it smells good. It's, you know, some of it is organic, and you can use it for your lips, you can use it for your body, you can use it for your hair, whatever. It's got so many great qualities that you can use it for. But keep your lips moisturized. Vaseline, Carmax, coconut oil. You do not want to have bad breath. Oh, back to the mouth. Do not, ladies. Your tongue holds so much. Like, you need to brush that tongue. As you're brushing your teeth, literally take your tongue out and brush your tongue. Brush it. That looked wrong. I'm sorry. Make sure you brush your tongue as well. Don't forget that, because that's one of the important things that people forget to do when they're brushing their teeth, or doing their oral routine, which is brush your teeth, floss, and then gargle your mouth with Listerine or whatever it is that you use. Also, when you're on your period, do not leave your tampon in or your pad on for too long. First of all, you get, like, once your pad is full, it's so full, you're literally just sitting in like a pool of blood. It smells so bad, you guys. It smells so bad. You cannot have your tampon on or your pad on for too long. Second of all, brings it back to my point, you're keeping that place wet and moisturized and drenched in liquid and whatever for a long time, which can cause you to have an infection, and that can cause you to smell. You will smell. All these things that I've mentioned, if you don't do it, there's gonna be some type of smell to it. So you have to avoid doing this. Always, when you wear a tampon, for me, 2-3 hours for a tampon, 2-3 hours for a pad, I'm changing, because I don't want to, you know, of course I get it if you're in class or whatever, can't leave, or an exam or work, and may not be able to leave, you can stretch it out a little bit. But once you do go to the bathroom, when changing your pad, tampon, whatever, take it out. If there's a bathroom near you, rinse yourself out. If not, go back to the baby wipes that I mentioned. Make sure you wipe and wipe and wipe, and make sure your baby wipe is white, because if there's any type of pink or whatever, just make sure to wipe and then put on a new one. Also, one other thing is pads. You get pad burnt. You know how babies get diaper burnt? If you wear a pad for too long, you can get pad burnt, and that'll just irritate your skin. It'll hurt, so you don't want that. On top of everything else that's bad, like it causing you an infection. So don't keep your pads and your tampon on for too long. Is clean your vagina after sexual intercourse. So when you have sex, don't just lay there You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many fluids and juices and body this and body that come out. Make sure to wash yourself. Go to the bathroom, take a shower, clean yourself. No soap on the inside, but definitely clean the surrounding areas, so you can be fresh again. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, all these body fluids are just, eventually it's not a good, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't smell good after some time. Like, you start to smell. So make sure you wash, you take a shower, wash yourself every time after you have sexual intercourse. Okay, and my last two major points that I do want to emphasize, ladies, is if you've got any type of discharge, if you've got any type of smell down there, make sure to see your doctor. Let him check you out. Make sure that you don't have any type of if you do, of course he'll help you, you know what I'm saying, give your prescription, whatever it may be. But one other thing, don't forget to let your coochie breathe. Don't forget to always take showers, use your deodorant. Those are, I feel like, necessities. Like, as a girl, you definitely do not want to smell. So the main things, you do have to take a shower, not just using deodorant. You do have to take a shower, use deodorant, try scented lotion, perfume, carry wipes. As a girl, you should have wipes in your purse. You know, you may want to, every time you pee, don't just use tissue, because for one, it's like, you know, wherever you just peed, it's wet, the tissue is dry, and you wipe, that paper can actually stick on your whatever. So make sure to go wipe round two with baby wipes, and make sure your wipes are clean. If you have access to a bathroom, you can rinse there real quick. Trust me, it doesn't hurt. But sometimes you may be smelling and you don't even know you're smelling, and the people around you don't want to tell you you're smelling. But this is just so my girls out there, you don't go out there smelling and people looking at you funny. I hope that you guys took something out of this video. I hope, even if I helped just one girl, you know, this is not, and you know, I'm not a professional. I'm just telling you my personal tips that I use. If I've managed to help even 1-2 girls, especially young girls that don't know what they're doing, they're just hitting puberty, just always make sure to stay clean, be conscious, act like people can smell you. If somebody was in your armpit right now, what are they gonna say about you? You know what I'm saying? But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope I helped somebody. If you're new, welcome once again, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. If you have any advice, any videos, any feedback, I'm always open to, you know, listening, getting some advice from you guys. Maybe you guys can teach me something. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. Until the next video, it is bye from me, guys.